Hello, hello, welcome back once more. So today we've got the Gigan. It's been a little bit since I've pulled this guy out again. Gigan's fun. It's a fun little support. It's got, you can see that big old cannon on top of its head. It's got that Gatling on the arm. And I'm not sure what they call it actually, but it's got a machine gun on the top as well that basically operates the same as a head Vulcan does. You can actually see it, the little barrel sticking out like right next to the main gun. Gigan's a lot of fun. It's really dumb looking. It's super dumb looking. I don't know what they were thinking when they designed this thing, but it's an enjoyable mobile suit to use. I'm gonna jump. Just look at those big old wheels. They remind me of like an RC car or something. Anyways, I jump up here and give myself a good angle here. Spot the enemy support over the wayside there, and this is where I discover that I can't outrange him. So that's not going to end well. That will never end well. So I drop back a little bit. I end up seeing this guy coming around from behind, so I go ahead and turn my barrel and find out that, wow, it's the raid. I guess to be fair, he's technically doing what he should be doing. Technically, maybe he's not, because as you see, rest of the team is kind of converging on him now. I don't think he's going to live much longer. I've got decent targets in front of me here if I can manage to actually land anything on them. This is why I don't take out supports very often. It's my inability to land hits on things means that they are not the best used in my hands, so I tend to forgo them for stuff that's easier for me to actually use. Things where I can do a lot of swings, preferably. No think, just swing. In that regards, actually, funny enough, the Gigan does have balancers for some reason. So I can zoom up right up to people and do a good old melee downswing, which this thing's downswings are great for some reason. It's odd. You'll see me do that later as well, though I don't think I actually hit anything with it, but I utilize it. It's one of those things I have to remember I can do, because it's so weird for a support to be able to do something like that. It really is neat. But we're just pushing up with our team here, trying to lay down fire. You can see that Gatling is really taking some good hits after a while there. Once again, I'm aiming at the raid there. That is not... That's not my ideal target. That hit went off into nowhere. Couldn't really see where I was aiming, so that's not surprising. Probably wouldn't have hit anything anyway. I'm trying to get an angle to get that guy that's weak there, but it's just really tricky, and I'm once again fighting the raid, who finally managed to drop me, so unsurprising there. It's what he's supposed to do. But yeah, I just had a hard time getting those angles, and just kept getting face first with the raid, it seems. It's that's kind of a theme with me and supports too, come to think of it. And ooh, you can see that a enemy pilot came down to try and hit me, and now we get to watch machine guns be terrible. The accuracy on the rifles is just, well, I think that speaks for itself right there. But he goes down, and I still have my bazooka, so now I just get into a good angle here, and he got knocked over by his ally. See, I thought that was one of my allies at first, which in hindsight is stupid because he didn't get killed by the blast. But I didn't expect that to be an enemy, so he just walks up and steps on me, and whoops. But I did protect the waypoint at least, so that's something, right? I'm also racking up assists, I just noticed, from all the damage I was dealing earlier. Didn't kill anything, but clearly I did some decent damage. I was throwing shots into the aether, hoping something hits, trying to get angles, but like, yeah, I'm having a hard time because I've got I think the enemy support is kind of locked. Yeah, the enemy support's kind of locked down on me. So I'm trying to peek out and get some damage where I can, but he's kind of keeping me from being able to stick my nose out too. I stunned myself. Oh, I was wondering what stunned me in that instance. It was me. Me stunned me. But yeah, having that overwatch from the enemy support is making it hard to stick my nose out and get good firing angles, because he's just locking me down, keeping me still. So we kind of move off in another direction, try to link up a little bit with our team. And once again, I'm fighting the raid. Not sure why that one missed. I think it was aimed a lot higher than it actually looked like it was. But we got that one, at least. I like being at an upper angle because it's easier to get that shot landed at their feet proper when you're shooting downward instead of kind of level like I am here. I am now currently the thing furthest forward. If you notice there, that's not good, and still fighting their raid. I'm glad somebody else dropped the raid so that I can actually focus on things that I can actually deal better damage to. And you can see the difference in the kind of damage I'm dealing when fighting things that I'm actually have advantage against instead of the guy who is supposed to be targeting me explicitly. But still, I'm kind of sticking my nose out, maybe a bit too much, as we see from me finally being taken out there. But we've still got a good point lead, so it's not the end of the world at least. The rest of the team is doing their part of keeping things... Oh, I just noticed, I think that's one of our guys. I think that was one of our guys. I'm going to have to pay a little bit of attention there. We've got one guy that has the Midnight Fenrir logo on his shield, I just noticed. That's awesome. Midnight Fenrir was Zeonic Front. It was the unit in Zeonic Front, so that's awesome. We have a Zeonic Front person, fan playing. Nice. Very good game. I'm going to have to play it at some point, see if I can show it off on the channel. I got to figure out how to record PS2 stuff for that, because that is a PS2 game. Zeonic Front is neat. It's like, well, basically, it's if Gundam was old school not Counter-Strike, that's not the right one. Well, at least I got a trade there. Took out the guy trying to take our base before getting taken out. I guess that was a different pilot. I'm wondering if there are two pilots that were there. That might explain. Oh, you know what? No, he probably just hit with the cannon and then moved in. Right, Zeonic Front, though. It's, Rainbow Six. That was the name of it. It plays like original Rainbow Six, back when Rainbow Six was a strategy game instead of a shooter. I have to play Rainbow Six at some point, too. It looks fascinating. But I digress. Yeah, Zeonic Front is Gundam Rainbow Six, which is fascinating. It really is. Very fun game. I'll figure out how to show it off, and then we'll go from there. I'm once again sticking my nose out because I want to get damage and nobody else is sticking their nose out too much. But you can see our team pulled back because we have that points lead. So they pulled themselves back to a defensible position. Kinda. I would not have pulled all the way back to the base like that. I don't like these points. I think they become really nasty choke points way too quickly. I would have put the defensive perimeter probably in the buildings area instead and drew them into other spots on the map, essentially. The areas like right outside where we're fighting right now. That's where I would have preferred to have this fight, but clearly it worked fine because we still have a points advantage. So, what do I know, I guess, right? Yeah, Gigan's a lot of fun. Yeah, so our Zaku 1 player over there has Midnight Fenrir emblems. That's pretty awesome. It's also the guy who scored the best. That's great. I appreciate that quite a lot. But yeah, it's just such a weird looking suit. I don't really love it. We got some good score on us. That's mostly from, well, maybe it's not mostly from assists. It's partially from assists. Got a lot of MS kills, but if you look back, you'll notice it's a lot of opportunistic kills. I got a lot of assists on things, so I dealt some good damage overall, but a lot of my kills were from things that were already weakened, especially near the end right there, where I got like a couple consecutive kills from things other people had already done a lot of work on. So that's why I have 6 kills. I got into good positions at good time and got good kills. But yeah, that'll do it for today, and I will see you guys next time.